Hey there! Welcome to setting up and reviewing a pull request with Claude Code. This video is your ticket into the future of code reviews, where efficiency meets accuracy. By the end, you'll be able to seamlessly review and approve or suggest changes to a PR in just minutes. Let's get started. Imagine spending less time manually sifting through lines of code and more time focusing on what truly matters, improving your product. With Claude Code, you can leverage AI to catch bugs, spot inefficiencies, and ensure your codebase stays clean and up-to-date automatically. This saves you precious developer hours and helps maintain high-quality standards. First things first, make sure you have Claude Code installed and set up on your local machine or through a development environment. Open your terminal or IDE console, and let's get coding. 1. Clone the repository. If you haven't already cloned the repository where the pull request is from, do so now. Bash git clone https://github.com/example/repo.git. cd repo. 2. Fetch the pull request branch. To review a specific branch of the PR, fetch it into your local environment. Bash git fetch origin pull/123/head PR review. Replace 123 with the actual PR number. 3. Open your code editor. Open the files in your preferred code editor or IDE. For this example, we'll use VS Code. Bash code. 4. Initialize Claude Code. If you haven't installed Claude Code yet, do so now using npm or your package manager of choice. Bash npm install Claude Code. Then initialize the tool in your project directory. Bash Claude Code. 5. Run the review. With everything set up, you can start reviewing the code by running a Claude Code command that targets the PR branch. Bash Claude Code review PR review. This will prompt you to sign in, if not done automatically. Now we have the setup ready. By the end of this video, you'll be able to navigate through the detailed suggestions and feedback provided by Claude Code. It's time to dive deep into the code and make your PR a success. All right. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to review a pull request with Claude Code from start to finish. Now, let's make sure we have everything we need set up. If you haven't already, head over to the official Claude Code website and download it if you're on a Mac or Windows machine. For Linux users, use the package manager to install it directly. Once you've got Claude Code installed, open your terminal or command prompt. Make sure you have Claude.md integrated with your IDE or editor, so you can interact with Claude seamlessly. If not, go to your project directory and run. Bash claudem.init. This will set up a .claudem folder in your project, allowing you to use Claude commands directly from your terminal. Next, we need to configure Claude Code to point to the correct Claude.md file. Navigate to your 项目的 IDE 配置文件，比如 VS Code Settings JSON， 并添加以下内容 JSON Claude Code.project path underscore project Jang path underscore to underscore your underscore project 替换为你的项目路径，这样 Claude Code 就能正确识别你的项目了。最后，确保你已经创建了一个 pull request。如果是 GitHub 或其他 Git 平台，可以在仓库页面找到 NewPoolRequest 按钮，然后按照提示操作。All right, you've got Claude Code all set up, and now it's time to start coding. Your next step is to create a new pull request. This will help us keep our code organized and ensure everyone is working on the right features. First, open your terminal or IDE of choice, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Then navigate to your project directory using cd. Bash cd path / to / your / project. Once you're in the right folder, you can use Claude to create a new branch for your pull request. Let's do that now by running this command. Bash Claude Code PR, title Fixing Bug Number 123, branch name Fix Bug 123. This command does two things. It creates a new branch called Fix Bug 123 and opens the editor, usually VS Code, to let you start coding. The title of your pull request is Fixing Bug Number 123, but feel free to replace that with something more appropriate for your project. Now, take a moment to look at the new branch in your repository Explorer or terminal. Bash, git branch. You should see fix bug 123 listed there. Go ahead and start coding the fix for this bug. Remember, Claude is watching over you, making sure everything stays clean and organized. By the end of this step, you'll have a new branch ready to go, and Claude will be all set to help review it once you're done coding. Now that you've created a new pull request, it's time to put Claude Code to work. Open your terminal and navigate to the project root where your pull request was just created. The next step is simple. Just type Claude Code review, followed by pressing enter. As soon as you run this command, you'll see a series of prompts appear. These are designed to guide you through the process of reviewing your own code changes. You might be asked questions like, what's the main purpose of these changes? Or are there any specific files involved in this update? Claude Code will analyze your code and generate detailed notes and suggestions based on its understanding of best practices. It's like having a smart pair programming partner who can help you catch potential issues before they become big problems. Take a moment to read through the output. Claude might highlight areas where you can optimize performance or improve readability. These insights are invaluable as they save you from common pitfalls and ensure your code is top-notch. By the end of this step, you'll have an initial review of your pull request, ready for your own final touches before submitting it. Okay, now that you've invoked Claude Code to review your pull request, let's dive into what it actually did. You should see a detailed report in your terminal or an open document, depending on how you set up your workflow. Claude Code has done its magic and provided you with a comprehensive review of the changes. It highlights sections that need attention, suggests improvements, and warns about potential issues. This is exactly what we'd expect from Claude. Insightful, actionable feedback tailored for developers like you. 1. Overview. Start by looking at the overall structure of the review. Claude Code begins with a summary of the changes made, which helps ensure you're on the same page. 2. Code sections. Next, take a deep dive into each highlighted section. You might see comments like, suggested improvement. Claude suggests a more efficient way to write your code. Potential issue. These notes point out areas that could cause problems down the line. 3. Notes and suggestions. Make sure you understand why Claude made these suggestions. Are there performance improvements? Style changes? Security issues? Take notes on any actions you need to take, like refactoring a piece of code or adding documentation for clarity. 4. Action items. As you review the feedback, jot down what needs to be done. This could range from fixing bugs to updating comments and improving variable names for readability. 5. Approval decision. Finally, decide whether these changes are worth implementing. If they are, great. You can make them directly in your code base or commit new changes. If you see a suggestion like this, plain text, suggested improvement, consider using the map method instead of for loop to process the array. You should note that you need to replace the loop with a map function. Make sure to update both your code and your notes accordingly. By the end of this review, you should have a clear plan on what needs to be done before merging your pull request. Go ahead and make those necessary changes, or if everything looks good, prepare to close out the PR once you've addressed any outstanding items. Great job! You've just walked through the entire process of reviewing a pull request with Claude Code from start to finish. By now, you should feel comfortable navigating the workflow and leveraging Claude for code reviews. Let's break down what we did. 1. Preparation. We ensured that Claude was configured correctly in your project. 2. Initial setup. We set up the environment so that Claude could understand the context of the pull request. 3. Reviewing changes. You learned how to prompt Claude for a detailed review of specific changes. 4. Interactive feedback. We iterated on Claude's feedback, asking follow-up questions and refining our understanding. 5. Conclusion. We made sure to address all concerns and reach a consensus. By the end of this process, you'll have a well-reviewed pull request that's ready for merge. Now that you've seen it in action, here's what you can do next. 1. Practice more reviews. The more you practice, the easier it will become. 2. Share with colleagues. Invite your team to use Claude Code too. Collaborative reviews can make everyone stronger. 3. Explore other features. Dive into what else Claude Code can do. Maybe try automating some documentation or testing tasks. Remember, Every pull request is an opportunity to improve the code and the workflow. Keep pushing for better. If you have any questions or ideas for improvement, feel free to reach out. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more practical insights like this one right in your inbox.